Imagine your iPhone charging your AirPods or even your Apple Watch. No cables, no accessories, just phone to device. That's something iPhones have never officially done, but according to new leaks, the iPhone 17 Pro might finally change that. Reverse wireless charging, a feature Android phones have had for years, could be coming to Apple's top-tier devices. The twist? Apple's been testing this for a long time, but they've never actually turned it on for everyday users. This matters because Apple rarely rushes to add features just because others do. Instead, it usually waits until it can integrate them tightly into its ecosystem. Think about it. People carry AirPods, Apple Watches, and iPhones everywhere. Being able to top up your smaller devices straight from your phone battery without hunting for a cable could be a real quality of life upgrade, especially now that the Pro models are rumored to pack larger batteries, making them better candidates to share power. The leak comes from Fixed Focus Digital on Weibo. Not the most consistent track record, but worth paying attention to since similar rumors have been floating around since February. Back then, another leaker, Instant Digital, mentioned Apple was testing 7.5-watt reverse wireless charging for the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. If true, that would mean you could juice up your AirPods or Apple Watch at a reasonable speed, enough for emergencies or quick top-ups. Now, this wouldn't be the first time Apple dipped its toes in this area. Back in 2021, when Apple released the MagSafe battery pack for the iPhone 12, the phone could actually send power back into the pack, but only while plugged in with a lightning cable. It was a glimpse of what reverse charging might look like, but not the fully independent wireless experience people were hoping for. And when Apple killed off both Lightning and the MagSafe battery pack in 2023, that tiny experiment ended too. Right now, if you want to charge your AirPods or Apple Watch with your iPhone 15 or newer, you can, but only by plugging into the USB-C port. It works, but it doesn't feel very Apple-like. Apple usually leans into seamlessness, and carrying cables around isn't exactly seamless. That's why this rumor is getting people excited. Wireless charging from your iPhone directly to your accessories feels like the kind of smooth, user-friendly feature Apple likes to market, as if it reinvented the wheel. It's also interesting to see how Apple's potential move contrasts with its competition. Google just dropped reverse wireless charging on the Pixel 10, replacing it with Pixel Snap, their take on MagSafe. You can't have both, at least not with Google's current design. Samsung's Galaxy S25 still has reverse wireless charging, though it doesn't offer magnetic wireless charging like MagSafe. So if Apple does enable it on the iPhone 17 Pro, it would be arriving just as one of its main rivals is walking away from the feature. That's classic Apple timing. Of course, there's still a question mark. Will Apple actually let you use it? Apple has a habit of testing features internally but holding them back for years. The hardware might be capable, but the company decides whether or not it fits the bigger picture. And with Apple, it's never just about the tech. It's about how it ties into the ecosystem. Imagine an Apple Watch alert popping up that says, "Your battery is low. Hold your iPhone near to charge." That's the kind of polished integration Apple loves to roll out as if it reinvented the wheel. If it does happen, I think it could be a small but meaningful shift in how we use iPhones day to day. Having your phone act as a backup battery in your pocket could make a huge difference. For Apple Watch owners, it might even save you on those days when you forget to charge overnight. The bigger batteries rumored for the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max make this even more practical. If Apple really is pushing battery life further this year, then sharing some of that extra power with smaller devices suddenly makes sense. It's not going to replace your charger at home, but in emergencies or when traveling, it's the kind of feature that feels genuinely useful. The iPhone 17 lineup is expected to be announced on September 9th, and while reverse wireless charging isn't confirmed, the timing feels right. Apple has already laid the groundwork with MagSafe, USB-C, and ecosystem-focused updates. It won't just be about charging. It'll be another step in Apple's strategy of making the iPhone the hub of everything you carry. And honestly, if my phone can save my AirPods from dying in the middle of a trip, that's a win I'd use way more often than I'd like to admit. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.